From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? I'll fill you in. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Come on. Hi. I was in such a good mood. Damn it, man. Ugh. Okay. So, when last we spoke about my ankles and swelling, you made fun of me, and I get that, because I throw shade, so you throw it back. By the way, attention Wendy staff. Okay. For 11 years, all right, 10 proper, but 11 including, 6 weeks sneak peek, I've been wanting to have a softball team. Now, I don't know what happens. When we shut the show down, everyone goes their separate ways. But I want a softball team, and listen, Brendan is the captain. I am the head cheerleader. Rambo, you'll be on third base or whatever you do. Suzanne, you do something.
Shortstop.
Okay, shortstop.
Uh-huh.
And we are gonna beat the Kimmel Show.
Yep. Rachel Ray.
We're gonna beat the Ripper Show. Okay. And by the way, we will play dirty. Yes. And the name of our softball team, Norman, is
What is
Shade Throwers.
Yeah!
Right? Right? All right. I don't know when softball season is, but me and Brendan are working very hard to make it happen. All right, back to my legs. All right, Rambo, okay, you can show them now. Go ahead. All right, look, I have the swelling, and you made fun of me, and I didn't know what it was either. It turns out, I told you I have lymphedema. So yesterday, I was at my apartment and laying on the couch, and my lymphedema specialist, Angela, was over. By the way, you'll meet her. I'm inviting her on the show. Yes, that's the machine that I use. It's lymphedema. Over 10 million Americans suffer from it, and only a small percentage get the proper treatment. You think you get your massages on your feet, it's not gonna go down. You think you stop eating salt, it's not going down. It's a lymphatic condition. It's not gonna kill you, and it might never get all the way back to better. But this machine I have, and they measured it for me specifically, I found after 6 doctor's appointments. No, it's not because of my breasts. No, it's not because they say breast implants also, or you could have cancer or whatever. I've gotten so many searches on my body, it's ridiculous. But finally, after 6 or 8 appointments, it was diagnosed properly, and it's lymphedema. And this machine right here, I sit on that for 45 minutes every day for the rest of my life. Even when it goes down, and it's also a great party trick. Honey, look, and I have my head tossed because I'm sleeping with it. I am watching the rerun of Wendy at 4, and it's going down and massaging like nobody's business. So more on that, but if you by chance are doing, and the puffy shows up either in your legs or your arms. Better the legs than the arms, though. I could not okay, my arms are already big enough. Right? Right? Or what if you got it in the neck? You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, life is good. A little lymphedema is not going to kill me. And I will... I will put you onto it if that's you. It's not just swelling. You could have lymphedema also. Puff, puff, puff. Speaking of which, hi, Puffy. So the word is he's bringing back making the band. Yeah. Yeah. So he announced it on social media yesterday. Take a look.
Making the band 2020. I really want to do this. I really think that I would have a good time. And I really think, no, I know that I'm going to build the biggest band in the world. Making the band is back. The sensei is back. The teacher is back. We back, baby! Yeah!
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Two things that I was beautifully distracted by. First of all, the mansion in the background. Like, wow. Second of all, the teeth. What a beautiful compound, right? That's out in LA, he's raising the kids and doing that thing. Look, he doesn't need this money. He doesn't even need the attention. They had Making of the Band, and to my best ability, all I can remember is Danity Kane, but I can't tell you one song. All I know is Aubrey O'Day. You know, she's like the Beyonce of the group. Well, it aired for 3 seasons, Making of the Band. I didn't realize that. Oh, they also had The Band. And remember, one of those girls got heavily surgicalized, so you don't recognize her anymore? Look, you know, this is fun. It's a great idea. I don't know whether it's going to be on his Revolt or whether it'll be on, you know, Fox or...
It's MTV.
It's going to be on MTV?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you know what? He doesn't need this. The thing is that the bands don't go on and become great successes from what we've seen. This band probably won't either because you don't listen to what he's saying. No, people just want automatic fame. You don't listen. If he says get cheesecake at 3 o'clock in the morning, you better go and get that cheesecake. And the thing is that he's searching for global talent. So wherever you are, come one, come all, to his Halloween ball. You know, you can upload an audition video on social media using the hashtag MTBcasting. And the show will premiere next year on MTV, but here's the deal. If you don't listen to him closely and follow direction, you too will be like Danity Kane. Who? Da Band. What? Listen, he was an intern, remember, where he comes from. He was the one getting the cheesecake at 3 in the morning. And by the way, so was I. So if you don't listen to people who tell you, then all you're gonna do is be a Danity Kane. Anyway, I'm watching the show regardless. Good job, Puff. Yeah. I have this new friend. I have to buy her a gift because, you know, she did me a favor. Well, not a favor, but anyway, I'm distracted. Like, what am I doing after the show? I gotta buy this gift. You know what her name is? Are you ready for this? Jenny Enterprise. Google her during commercial, okay? Relax. In the meantime, Cardi B does not want you to tell her how to dress when she's going to court. You know, she's been dealing with court issues, and she's being criticized for wearing a lot of designer clothing and treating going to court like a runway show. The defense attorney said that Cardi is treating it like a runway show, and this is a man saying it. Well, first of all, in the name of Jermaine Dupri, like we talked yesterday, sometimes men don't need to say anything about how a woman conducts herself. Like, shut up, shut up. But as a woman, I do have to say, Cardi, it's like wearing a fur coat to the welfare office. You know what I'm saying? And a splash of diamonds. There's some things that you just kinda don't do. And I love Cardi, you know I do. But take a look at her response.
I don't dress inappropriate when I go to court. I dress like a young lady. Why are you worried about the way I dress? That just goes to show you that y'all do this for press. I cannot control that there's 100 cameras outside every single time I go to court. The way I dress bother you. If I was a man, it would not bother you. Worrying about what a woman is putting on her body. Get the out of here.
But the thing is that there are two things that you fear: death and court. In my opinion, and I love Cardi, don't take this the wrong way, but this is for everybody going to court. Like, when you go to court, you have to have a certain amount of humble respect for why you're there. And you know, this is a very, very wealthy woman, and she's got very, very lovely breasts. But there's a time and a place to show them. And in certain... Sorry. But I wouldn't wear this to court, you know what I'm saying? You go to court, like I backed into a car, I told you this, and I had to go to court today. I didn't realize that the music was loud, I was listening to Mobb Deep. Okay. This is like 2 years ago, but I had to go to court to defend myself. And what do I put on? The same thing I advise every woman to have in her closet: a wrap dress. And with the extra pin. You know what I'm saying? You put a pin there, you know? And you don't carry a multi-$1,000 bag. You know, you carry just something understated, just a regular, like a court bag. Don't you have a department in your closet just in case? Look. No lie. No lie, all my life, I've had a court department, a White House department, and a funeral department. Because any one of the three can happen at any given time. Ring, it's Michelle, the Obama. We want you to come to the White House, right? Like this outfit right here, this is a really, really lovely outfit. But it's to me, it's too couture for court. And then the Birkin bag. Like, do you have a Birkin? I have Birkins. You don't carry that to court, though. You know what I'm saying? Cardi, don't hate me. I'm just talking my truth. I do it every day. Thank you. I missed the Bachelorette last night. I was doing other things. Living my best life. Accompanied by, finally, the salt and pepper lobster and the chicken satay and company. Anyway, look. So Hannah, can we see that in rerun tonight? Are they gonna replay it tonight?
The Bachelor?
Yes.
No, but I'm sure you can get it on demand or something.
I was looking for Zeus last night to watch China.
Exactly.
Zeus is not on my TV.
No, it's only on online, like a Netflix, like a streaming company.
Oh, I have to watch it on the phone.
Yeah.
Can I watch that today while I'm lymphodemas?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
You can.
So I'll get on my machine in my living room and watch the China. Anyway, back to Hannah. I love her. I love her so much, it's ridiculous. I've never watched this show. This is the first season that I'm invested in the stupid Bachelorette. I never cared for that crap. But Hannah had 4 overnight dates. She ended up having sex with 2 of them. Hey, Mariah, she's almost there. Remember, we talked about that. Okay, miss a day, miss a lot. I come out here with my jokes, I refer to other things. If you missed that show, then you're not in on the joke. Anyway, look, Hannah was having sex in the windmill on her first overnight date. She had the sex with Peter the pilot, who I think should win. Like, she's really into him, I really like him. It looks cold in there, I know, but there's probably a fireplace and heated comforter and stuff, and the sex was probably really hot. She probably, anyway, look, I had no idea, first of all, on this show, that they admit that they have sex. I didn't know what these shows were really all about. Hannah's my first time really being invested in what's going on, except for last night. So then she had an overnight stay with Jed, the country singer. Now, no word on whether they actually had the sex, but you don't get up on something that close. You know, right? Right? And so, is that slutty and hoary? That's what I say, no. You know why? Because you've got to find out before you commit. And it just turns out that she's finding out in front of us, which is so entertaining. Okay, then here comes corny Luke, right? So Luke is very religious. And he told Hannah, with fire and brimstone in his mouth, that he didn't approve of her having any sex with any guys. And Hannah let him have it, honey. Take a look.
I just want to make sure you're not going to be, sexually intimate with, the other relationships here. If you told me you're having sex or you had sex with one or multiple of these guys, I'd be wanting to go home.
The way that you just said that, it's like, why do you have the right to do that? Because you're not my husband, and you're not.
Can I cut you off for a second?
No.
Okay.
It's just that you're questioning me, that you're judging me, and feel like you have the right to when you don't at this point. So, like, I have had sex.
Say what?
Yeah. And Jesus still loves me. From obviously how you feel, me in a windmill, you probably want to leave. I in a windmill. And guess what? We did it a second time.
Look. I am loving the modern day women's movement. It's the best. Attention all men. Don't ask. Don't count our numbers. Attention all women. They don't have to know. Don't be sloppy, but date a lot and date often. If you're having the sex, use your protection. But you know what? This show is about meeting somebody, to the best of my recollection, this Bachelor show, right? You meet somebody, and then you get engaged, and then you get married, right? Yeah. How are you going to marry somebody without having the sex first? Attention all virgins. Listen, look, I don't know how long you're gonna carry that burden around. I mean, not the young kids. I'm talking to us. They're all in school. I'm talking to us, adults. Look, all I'm saying, Hannah, you're my type of girl, and you keep doing you, and I'll make sure that I'm not busy next week to watch. Hey! I know that girl in the red dress. We met, right? Yes. Yeah, the one next to you. You interviewed me in Charlotte, right?
I did.
Yes, I forgot your name. Selena.
Yes.
Okay. Selena is a young lady who, when I was in Charlotte talking to, I talked to like a few thousand people, young people about, building business and stuff like that. And I was interviewed on stage by a grown woman, but behind the scenes, I was interviewed for online by a young girl who fanned out. Like you were sweating, and I was like, relax. And then she goes, no, I'm from New York, I just happen to be here. I used to listen to you on the radio. And she went through a whole thing, so I felt like the first coming. Which I love that. So you're one of my, and you want to be a journalist, you are a journalist, but you want.
I've been listening to you for years on end. I'm from New York, and we had an interview, and it's online, blackenterprise.com.
At blackenterprise.com.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
After the interview, I had to rush to the airport, but I said to her, I said, well, come to the show. And here you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, here you are.
But
You having a good time?
yes, of course. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Those are your girls?
Yep, right here.
Yep, because I said bring as many people as you want.
Yep.
And come.
Yes.
So there she
and
is.
You kept your word. Thank you.
Thank you.
You kept your word.
I'm a woman of my word.
Yes, you are.
Yes. I try not to lie. It's too difficult. You know when you lie, you have to keep up with your own. Hot Topics is over? All right. It's okay. We got more great show. Up next from the hit show Grownish, Dion Cole is here. So grab a snack, Ed. Come on.